Something that Belric and Wildtrap know nothing about.
Angel May Laugh.
Angel May Laugh. We're playing
the standard definition collection.
The standard definition collection because we're having to record for the Dazzle, but we're playing Devil May Cry. And I'm just gonna let the demo play.
The demo?
Yeah, the demo for the collection.
Are they called demos?
It's the film reel. Look at these two games that we're not going to be playing because we're only playing one.
I'm guessing that's from 1 and 2. Oh, that box looks cool.
That's from 1.
So, explain what this game style is real quick. I know nothing about Devil May Cry.
3D action brawler / spectacle fighter. It's considered one of the when people like talk about 3D action brawlers, they talk about Devil May Cry, they talk about Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. It's one of those games where it's like, see how long your combo can last, see how grand your combo can become, and.
Now, is this a button mash combo, or like you have to put in special commands while you're going about?
No, what do you say about like your main attack button's triangle, but it's basically based on.
Is it like
timing.
Kingdom Hearts hit X?
No.
Okay, so it's a little bit more developed, right?
It's hard when I get in because we're going to be playing technically the first game in the series, Devil May Cry 3.
Is the first game?
Yeah. The technical first game is DMC4 Special Edition if you play as Virgil, but. All that is just you going from... You get no cutscenes. It's at the beginning and at the end.
Are you talking about first as in chronological?
Yes.
Oh, so they did these backwards.
Frickin' the first game in the series is DMC 3, then it's DMC 1, and then it's DMC 2.
Why can't developers just do it right?
I know. I played those and all that. I'm still on DMC 4, but let's actually get into the game.
Oh, does this have all 3 of them?
Yes. It has the special edition of 3, and just so you know... The original edition of Devil May Cry 3 had the wrong difficulty, where the regular mode, when ported over here, was actually hard.
Oh, so it's like the Fire Emblem they brought over?
Yes. However, to keep in mind with that being the difficulty, I'm going to be playing on hard mode.
Even though it says normal?
Even though this is the correct difficulties.
Oh, okay.
It's just that I'm playing on hard mode. Also, here's this classic Capcom where it's like a warning.
Whoa,
violence
viewer discretion.
Sweet dreams. Let me get the opening. I'm going to skip this one. We see that cutscene as our first cutscene. And we're going to be playing on New Game Plus because pretty much you don't want to see me hunt for orbs.
So does that mean you already have like special attacks unlocked and stuff?
I have 3 of the costumes unlocked. I have all the weapons unlocked. Like, the whole entire point of this game is... It's much like what we're doing with Pokemon. I just want to showcase Devil May Cry.
Okay. Are you going to cut that out or are you going to leave that in?
What?
Where you say that?
What, in Pokemon? Well, I don't know when this is going to go up.
It's whenever you upload it, mate.
Well, I'm going to leave it in then. Like, I'm not...
Welcome to behind the scenes!
Like, why can't we talk about games that we're doing?
I don't know, it just feels weird.
You've heard of it, haven't you?
Like, it's not a bad thing, I don't know, it just feels weird sometimes.
Also, we don't get that cutscene.
I read that as you've heard of it, haven't you? The Legend of Spyro.
What a bad game.
Oh,
and you know what the funniest part about this cutscene? We get this cutscene later on. In Mission 7.
Why? Oh, is this like a, kind of like how Awakening did that, like, end mission and then flashes back and then you get up to it again?
Yes!
Oh. That is kind of cool, if it's done right.
Well, here you just see, there's only 4 main characters in this game. Dante, Virgil, Lady, and Arkham.
They related?
Dante and Virgil?
All of them?
No. Well, Dante and Virgil are both related.
Okay.
They're the sons of Sparta, which are half human, half demon.
Oh. So we're dealing with... I was going to say demigod, but that's the wrong term.
In a way, kind of. Well, their father...
In 2017, Demi-boy. Okay.
Demi-boy. Well, their father, Sparta, pretty much thought, oh, humans are actually worth fighting for, so I'm going to help the humans.
Yeah.
And so, Dante takes more after his mother, meaning he cares. He cares more about humanity, is more human, while Virgil takes more after his father. So he's more power-hungry.
Is Dante against Virgil? Like, do they fight each other a lot?
We fight Virgil 3 times in this game.
So he's like a anti-hero.
He's basically you just...
He's Shadow Dishonored.
Yes.
Okay.
That'd be the best way to describe him. Which is my favorite trope in 3D action games, when you have 2 characters that are almost alike, and they get into fights because they're pretty much both the same. You've seen this gif before. I love that. I love that freaking scene right there.
So that means all the jokes can be made every time Virgil comes on the scene.
He sounds like he's part of the Lollipop Guild.
Like voice?
Yes.
Like that Lollipop Guild?
Yes.
Oh my.
He's also voiced by a Power Ranger.
You guys can't see it, but I pointed to a painting on my wall of the Lollipop Kids that got signed by the Lollipop
He's
Kid.
voiced by a Power Ranger, the Quantum Ranger in Time Force.
Oh my.
And this is our introduction to Dante, by the way.
Look at those pixels.
Like, this scene alone sells the game to people.
Sorry.
I'm in for a show.
Yeah, he hasn't... In this part of the timeline, he hasn't decided the name for his store yet. The name of his store becomes Devil May Cry. Ooh.
So what does his store do?
Hunts demons. He's pretty much a hunter.
So he's a bounty hunter.
Basically. When
do the Metroids come in?
Customer two.
Who knows?
Are there brain suckers of any type?
No.
Demons? What kind of demons do we face?
We have our basic mook, which we'll get to because they're introduced in this cutscene, and then we have different specialty variations. Whereas seven basic moots that are part of the same family, and then we have specialty enemies that show up. And that right there's Arkham. That's the other character.
Lady Arkham.
No.
Batman.
Wow.
Okay. So who's this guy?
Arkham.
Oh yeah.
He's our technically main antagonist of the game. I say technically because Virgil's more the main antagonist.
So why is Arkham come here for Dante now?
Because he wants the amulet that's around Dante's neck. Because he wants to open up pretty much a hell gate.
Is Arkham a demon?
Yes.
Okay. What the?
It's pizza. This happens every time in every DMC. He gets stabbed with weapons and he basically no-sells it. That's our basic...
While he's eating pizza?
Yes.
That's the dumbest thing ever. And I love it.
Wait for it, it gets even better. Like, this
off
whole entire cutscene right here sells the game to people. Dante himself doesn't really care. Like, if you watch the anime series, he barely does jobs because he only cares for, like, top-ranking jobs, and he doesn't like doing work. Yet he's fantastic at it.
So who wins, him or Bayonetta?
I have to give it to Dante now after playing DMC because there's a lot of stuff he fights against.
Have you played all the Bayonettas?
No. I'd need to get Bayonetta 1 and 2.
It's basically the same genre, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, these are our basic mooks. They're part of the 7 Hell family, and they're called Hell Prods. They're very basic moves.
The fact that he's holding this pizza for some reason aggravates me. I love the violence, but I get it's being comedious, but
this is what sells this game to people. The fact that Dante doesn't care and is easily taking these people out like they're nothing.
Why guns though?
Why eating pizza?
Why would a gun be a good weapon against
They're
the demon?
not. They're just designed for pick damage or if you want to continue your combo. You'll see it when I start using guns.
So what does he normally use?
His sword, but he doesn't have his sword on him right now.
Is it like a demon, anti-demon sword?
It's one of Sparta's artifacts, because Sparta had used many weapons, and that's one of his weapons. It's Rebellion. Of course, since I'm playing with the DMC1 outfit, I get Force Edge. And that's the end of the cutscene, so now we actually get to play the game.
Enter tutorial. Mission 1. A crazy party.
Violent response to an insane caller. Now we can go into the customize menu and basically pick styles. You have the circle button that changes what you do. I mainly stick with Trickster because the dodge in this game is pretty garbage. So Trickster gives me a dodge. We can go into equipment. I will stick with Ebony and Ivory and the shotgun because the other weapons are garbage for what I do.
Is that basically like full leveled up?
What?
Like Ebony and Ivory, those are
Yeah,
the best weapons?
Ebony and Ivory are level 3 because they're not designed to do big damage.
Yeah.
They're designed for combos. The shotgun is designed for hard knockdowns. And I will showcase most of the weapons. The only weapon I won't showcase is Nevin because Nevin is a garbage weapon. You can buy items with the red orbs that you have. You can go into the
Question mark?
question mark. You can buy actions for your weapons like air hike and whatnot, which allows you to do some more stuff. And then you can power up your guns. But we don't need to do that because I'm ready to roll.
These guys are in, what is it called, Cross Factor? What was it? What was it?
Project Cross Zone.
Project Cross Zone? So what is their tie across them? You know?
It's pretty much just a game just to showcase everyone from the series.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm rocking the DMC1 outfit. Yeah, that's the use of Ebony and Ivory, by the way.
Is it a big masher?
Yes.
Like I noticed you just like went into button mashing position.
When you want to use Ebony and Ivory, you basically have to mash the gun button. Just square.
Now the quicker you hit it, does it do more bullets?
Yes. Yeah, this is the other
I
variant.
see he has chaos control.
The Quicksilver, that gives me a dodge button, and if I do it in the air, I can do a...
Kind of teleported.
Yeah,
like right there.
That's level 3 of Quicksilver. It allows me to get right next to people.
I feel like if I was playing this, it would hurt my fingers so much.
There's a reason.
Watching the tutorial, I'm like, I wouldn't be able to.
There's a reason why. I can do a follow-up after I do Stinger, which is that lunge attack, called Million Stabs, but you have to mash the triangle button like a mofo just to get it to come out.
How come they turn white afterwards?
Because they're made of sand.
They're made of... Oh.
Yeah, these enemies are weird.
So how is that explained?
It just isn't. You have to read in the
you
files.
Just have to accept it.
You pretty much.
So I noticed his sword kind of has like a fire side and an ice looking side.
Yeah, that's Agni and Rujo. We don't actually get that weapon till later, but since I'm playing on New Game Plus.
Okay.
Is that it?
So how much longer would it have taken to do that if you were like strictly a new game?
If I was playing just a new game, it would take me a little bit longer because I'd only have Rebellion, but it's still not that bad. I don't think it got all of S ranks though.
Did you have a health bar?
Yes, it's in the top left corner.
Okay.
And if I hit L1, since I'm playing on New Game Plus, I can go into Devil Trigger, which gives me more power and as well as regenerates my HP. You'll see that later.
How often are you able to use that?
You actually get it pretty much very often. Like, as long as you're hitting enemies, you'll get it often.
Team Blast style?
Basically. And it can basically make you mow through enemies.
So tell me, is there internet art of him?
I can already tell.
Why, yes.
Enough said.
As well as Virgil. People love the Virgils on the internets. And of course, every time you finish a mission, that's how you can tell how many bullet holes will pop on that screen. Will tell you what ranking you got, and I can tell you I got an S rank. Not based on my time, but based on everything else. No damage. No items used. S rank.
Okay, so what is the stipulation? You just have to have majority S?
A majority of S to get an S rank.
And what if you had SSSDD?
I'm pretty sure you get an A or a B.
Okay.
And that's because there's one of the trophies in this game, since we're playing on the HD collection, you have to get all S ranks on every mission.
So how many missions are there?
20.
20.
The first one is weird because it has 23 missions.
Okay.
But it's a lot shorter, due to the fact that it's not based on combos.
Mission 2, the Blood Link.
Strike the demon with the Iron Hammer. Yeah, we're not out of the tutorial yet. We get our first boss, finally.
10 minutes into the game, boss.
Yeah, already. Second mission.
This is definitely a stretch from the things I'm used to. Kingdom Hearts. 2 hours later.
Tutorial. I just like the fact that Dante complains about them destroying his shop when it's pretty much Dante who destroyed his shop. Also, yes, this is how he puts on his frickin' trench coat.
The amount of times his jacket clipped through his body during that scene.
There's a reason why we can get away with doing this with AV cables, because it's a PlayStation 2 game that just got slightly up-resed.
Yep.
Also, that sneeze is what did his shop in. He sneezed once, and it just did it in.
The more you know.
The more you know. Yeah, the voice acting in this game is not that great. That's not the point, though. Yeah, now we get.
I feel like it would have just been better if he didn't say anything right there. Like,
well, that's
obviously they're not going to be covering it.
That's not the appeal of Dante. The appeal of Dante is just that he's such a freaking goof. I already got SS already.
What does that mean?
The combos go from D to. They go. Your top ranking is triple S, while your bottom ranking is D. Meaning you want to stay in triple S as much as possible. Dang it! Drop my combo.
Oh, you're in all right mode. Yes, I just noticed like the gauge of combos on the side. Now it dropped there, but you were still hitting.
Yeah, You have to be... Oh, second, got hit. I knew I was going to get hit by that.
Whoa, is your health bar supposed to be that big?
Yes, that's all health. I'm going to need all that health, though, because this game is hard.
Do you start with that much on regular?
No.
Okay. That was my thought process. I was like, that looks like it's way overclocked.
Oh, second. I shot him with the shotgun. Didn't mean to.
How much would you start with in the beginning?
Like maybe 3 squares.
Oh my.
Yeah, this game is not easy. Okay, got a freaking unlock.
Uh-oh, got a boomer.
Of course, enemies drop health if you're low enough on health.
Quotations around the low.
Yeah. Oh,
So you get to explain, what popped up in the bottom right there is a sword.
I'm switching between my weapons.
Oh, okay.
I can do that with both my guns and my swords. And we're already at the boss.
Do you switch in order to extend combos?
Yes. You can switch pretty much on any frame of any combo, except for air combos. And this is our first boss, the Hell Vanguard.
So, bosses, is it just the same, just mash into them, or do they have patterns?
They have patterns. Like here, if I attack him too much while he's blocking, he will do that, and I pretty much have to move out of the way.
Okay.
And every boss has a weakness to something.
Like, item something?
Weapons.
Weapon type something?
Weapon types.
But you already have them all, and know them all. Now, would it normally be harder if you didn't know them? Because you have to experiment?
Yes. There's one boss where you have to have his weapon, otherwise he takes forever to beat, and that's freaking... We're not going to get to him today.
Is it possible to miss bosses?
No, you have to fight every boss.
Oh,
In
so
fact,
not bosses. Items or weapons?
Yeah, there are some weapons that are not mandatory, like some guns, but you get all the weapons because they're dropped from bosses.
Okay. So, you can't really get to that boss without that weapon, though, then, could you?
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason for that is because at the end of the game you have a boss rush, where you don't have to fight every boss, but you at least get to learn the weaknesses.
Spoilers?
Well, it's not like the story in this game is that grand. And we're going to see every boss.
I see a tower.
Yeah, this is the main location of the game. The tower, I can't remember the tower's name. It'll pop up though. Yeah, and pretty much all Virgil does is just sit on top of it and just be like,
What are you gonna do?
what are you gonna do? If you complete the game the first time, you actually unlock Virgil as a character.
The first time, like...
The first time if you play it on easy or normal.
Okay, so you have Virgil.
Yes. He plays wildly different from how he plays as Dante. Like, he
No.
plays weird.
Technically, the story wouldn't match up then, though, would it?
Correct. You fight Virgil, except it's a red Virgil. By the way, I actually like Virgil more than Dante. And that's particularly because of his weapon, the Yamato. Yeah, and this is pretty much our introduction to Virgil now. The Hell Vanguard runs away.
From Virgil?
From us, because we beat him down. Don't worry, we'll fight the Hell Vanguard multiple times through this game. He shows up as like a mini-boss. Like 3 times.
Does he change?
No.
He's the same.
He's the same. It's just that you sometimes have to fight different enemies with him, and he's super annoying because you want to kill the rest of the enemies, because they'll make you drop your combo.
Okay, Skywell. Explain.
Leviathan.
Okay.
It's pretty much a one-off area where we get to learn about our Devil Trigger. I didn't get an S rank.
You didn't?
Nope.
Why are you such a scrub?
So my stylish points weren't high enough, and I got damaged too much. I got an A rank, though. Okay with that. And we get a boss bonus every time we kill a boss. And because I have to, I like to save.
So what happens if you get all S rank? Anything special?
I think it's just you get it as a trophy. There might be, though.
Have you done that?
No, because that is actually very hard.
Have you ever S ranked that mission before?
I may have, I don't know. Yeah, I have, because I was practicing around. Trust me, these types of games, you want to play it on the higher difficulty setting, because it's a lot better than when you play on normal and easy.
They die quicker, don't they?
Yes.
So you can't get as much combo?
Yes.
Gotcha. So easy mode's never going to give you S rank.
Easy mode, you can, it's just that the enemies die super easily.
So technically easy mode is harder.
In a way.
Is that, the dude again?
Yeah, we have 3 of our characters, now we just need 1 more.
Lady Arkham.
Basically. Basically, the story in this is Arkham and Virgil want to open up a hell gate so they can take Sparta's power, and because screw humans. That's all you need to know for this series. Something bad is happening, Dante or whoever stops it.
So how... Are there any other people, ever?
Yes.
Explain where civilization is at this point.
Civilization, it's basically our times. Like it's current times.
It looks very deserty there.
That's because they're on the top of a tower, so you have the clouds.
Well, it looked very Doomsday where Dante was, too.
Yeah, because a random tower just came out of nowhere. Like, the anime does this a lot better where it shows us that where it's current times.
So, was this based off an anime or anime based off it?
The anime was based after it. It's actually pretty good.
So game came first?
Yes. Freaking love Virgil, just... No effort. It's already dead. Yeah, I still don't know why they're made of sand. Like, if you go into the enemy files, it'll tell you they're made of sand. Yeah, and there's our final character.
I went skydiving.
Don't worry, something like that happens later on.
If they do an Assassin's Creed T-pose before they jump, I'm gonna leave.
You not see it, but I'm doing the T-pose. But pretty much we're just setting up all the players that's gonna intervene within the story.
Three.
Three.
What?
Three.
Three what?
I actually never noticed that 3 before. Possibly because it's Mission 3.
3, The Devil's Tower.
Invade the Colossal Tower.
Or maybe it's because it's Devil May Cry 3.
That's what I was also thinking of. And so begins our regular missions.
Maybe that was like the, hey, here's our title screen.
And here comes the most annoying enemy in the game, these guys. I can't remember their actual name in the files, but pretty much they just...
they're ranged.
They shoot at you, and whenever you try and get near them, they run away. I do not want to get near those barrels, because those barrels blow up.
So it's basically an actual archer.
Basically. Pop second. Screwed up. Ouch.
Dopey. Combo level dopey?
No, it's dope.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
oh,
it's
yeah,
dope.
it's exclamation point after it. I could have sworn it was a Y.
Keep on forgetting the final hit of that combo instantly kills these guys.
And it's bad?
Yeah, because I want to launch them. Gotta get rid of those hell rafts. That's the name of those bomb enemies. They're super annoying. Because you can't hit them with physical attacks.
I feel like if I was to play through this game the first time, technically all my combos and stuff would suck, because the moment orbs drop, I would go straight to the orbs.
Let's do a hard knockdown.
There should be no question. I would
And
go right after
these red enemies are called the Hell Lusts. They are super annoying as well, because all they do is just jump off screen and then try and rush you. So you're in the middle of a combo and you can't do anything because you're in the middle of a combo. You can cancel out of combos, though, with the circle moves. If you have...
Roman triggers?
You mean Roman cancels?
I tried.
You tried. Someone has been looking up Guilty Gear. And then we get introduced because there are puzzles in this game.
Okay, now, you say there are puzzles. Now, this is just a guess. They're not difficult.
And pretty much find an item or go look within the area and just hit a switch.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
There, right. Get rid of that blue hand. And the red variations of those pretty much says to me, hey, kill all the enemies in the area. And so we enter Love Planet. But let's leave.
Wait.
Because we need to get to the tower. Yeah, the Hell Sloths. They basically teleport, and they try and hit you, but they're not that hard. Basically, oh, a second. I say that, and I get hit. Please don't tell me I have the shotgun. I hope I don't. I definitely not real quick. Oh, Bob Saget. That's my biggest pet peeve with this game.
Damage.
Enemies will sometimes just appear right out of nowhere and just hit you, and it's just like, thank you. Not so much these guys, these red ones, the Hell Lusts, are super annoying because they do that all the time.
It's called armor.
It's not even armor. Enemies don't have armor, it's just that they show, you can't see them off screen, and you're trying to do a combo with someone and they freaking show up.
Do you like the camera angles in this game?
The camera angles can be a bit wonky in this game.
I feel like it should be further zoomed out.
It should.
But if it were much more zoomed out, it'd be hard to see.
Very.
That maybe just because we're on the small, like, track
It's a
television.
little bit better on my TV, because we're having to play on a small TV. But They did that wrong.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that a lot of the enemies in this game can hit you from way off screen. And that makes me sad. Gentry has joined us.
I got a drink.
Barrett just entered the room after going to the food store for my mother.
And we just got done with another area.
Is that another mission done?
No, we just got done with this area because we had to kill every enemy in the area.
So how much do the missions differ? It's like the first one, obviously very short. Is this still tutorial?
No, this is its own chapter.
Okay, so how much do they differ in length?
Some missions are super short. Like some missions are pretty much the mission beforehand. You fight a boss, and the next mission after that is go return back to an area.
Okay.
Like the missions in this game can be very short.
So is it a short game overall?
If you sit down and play it, you can pretty much finish it in a night. Of course, you want to get all the orbs and whatnot, which is the reason why.
So the replayability comes from leveling up.
Leveling up and doing combos and figuring out new combos.
Definitely not the story.
Definitely not the story. And we already have another boss.
Wow. So about how many... That is a lot of rain.
I was gonna say, I looked out and I was like, that's a lot of rain. And now we're getting ice.
It was a lot of rain.
Yeah, sorry you had to go through that.
That's fine. It was funny.
We have our first actual legitimate boss that can give us trouble.
Whoa.
Cerberus.
Cool. Except I don't like the ice.
Get it? Because Cerberus is fire, so let's give it ice.
I've always liked the concept of Cerberus because I'm big into Greek mythology.
Yeah.
But for some reason the ice just doesn't appeal. And he talks.
Every boss talks. With a dumb voice.
Yeah, no voice would pretty much cover that.
Again, the whole entire point of this game is not really to take it seriously. Like, if you're taking DMC seriously, unless you're talking about DMC Devil May Cry, you're having problems. That game's garbage, DMC Devil May Cry.
DMC combo contest.
DMC Dick Move Capcom. I'm going to need to switch over to Agni and Rudra, which are the twin swords that I have, as well as use Ebony and Ivory.
I about asked you what DMC's actual abbreviation was after you said that, and then it hit me.
Devil May Cry.
Don't be retarded.
Oh. Basically, this boss just weighs down to you hitting it with
Let's go, Sora. You can do this.
Basically, just hitting him in the face with your guns to peel off the ice. You can hit him in the leg to knock him down as well, and then you just keep hitting him. This boss is not really great for combos, at least for me. Offside, I took damage.
Is it because you're in Trickster mode?
Yeah. Like, if I was in Blade Master, I'd have aerial raids.
Why didn't you just switch to that for this one?
Because I don't have it fully leveled up.
Oh.
I prefer Trickster because it gives me a dodge.
Now, will playing in Trickster be able to level up Blade Master?
No, you have to be in those modes.
Okay, makes sense.
If you do enough damage to one of the heads, that head will break off, and now he's at this halfway point where he gets red and super angry. And
Whoa, okay, I like that design. Especially since you can see through the ice.
I really hate this boss because it's just a freaking time sink. Just... Okay.
Fine time sink.
You gotta shoot the ice off of your guns, and then you gotta hit him in the head. The head that's uncovered. So basically, I have his head uncovered, and then I just run up and I hit him with Agni and Rudra. Agni and Rudra are this guy's weakness because Agni is fire. He doesn't do much, but if you're first time playing this guy will give you trouble. There's the second head done. Now I just gotta get the last head. I'm gonna get a low ranking on damage.
I feel like this very easy to see because technically, if you started with 3 bars of health when you first started, you'd be dead by this point.
Yeah. And again, I'm playing on hard.
Now, how often would your health normally upgrade?
You'd have to find blue orb pieces or buy them from the shop. You have to do side missions or find them in the game. Basically, side missions can range from kill all the enemies to complete this objective in this allotted time.
Okay.
It's just that I'm doing it so I don't have to do that because those are really boring. There's one where you have to stay in the air for 20 seconds.
You're taking Cerberus' soul?
Yeah. We get him as a weapon. We get him as Cerberus. It's a nunchuck.
Why are you not using that?
Because I'm using it for the next 2 chapters.
Weebs.
True. I'm using it for the next 2 chapters because we have another boss after this chapter. And we have another boss in the next chapter. And both of them are weak to Cerberus.
Like how he's just instantly good with nunchucks. All I can imagine is the clackers from JoJo.
I knew you were going to say that because I was imagining that as well. And then we get some red orbs, and...
I gotta love that box art on this game.
Well, I bought it from GameStop and it has the GameStop pre-owned one.
I always hate when they do that to games.
Yes, I hate it as well.
Why do they do it?
I don't know.
They don't have the original box.
Yeah.
Why do people bring in games without the... How do you lose the original box on the game?
Magic.
Are you going to the party? What's the hurry?
I like how Dante's just saying, are you going to the party? Like, this is some good thing.
Who is this?
Lady. Remember?
Oh, is this Lady Arkham?
Yes.
Whoa. And now he's going to the party.
You know what this scene reminds me of? You know the GameCube version of Metal Gear Solid? Where a lot of the dumb stuff happens, so you have Snake jump on the Stinger missile and jump so he can fire his. I love that game.
I do.
Yeah, she has 2 different eyes. Woo. She herself is also a demon hunter as well. Pretty much that's an occupation that a lot of people have in this series. Yeah, Dante doesn't care. Why should he?
Well, one, she could have mowed you over, May.
Well, he got impaled with how many scythes at the beginning? Like, the whole entire point of Dante is that he has a super healing factor. It's just that not during gameplay.
Is that due to his amulet?
That's due to his half-demon blood. Because his father was, like, the top tier.
I feel like that might make him more reckless, if anything.
He is very reckless. I think that's the point. I got friggin' S and Bs.
B. Oh, wow.
Because I got 2 S ranks. Get a boss bonus. Yeah, the S ranks can actually really save you. The reason I'm only saving in that first slot because in the second slot is my run on Virgil. I just forgot to mention there are 2 modes you can play this. You can play it in gold mode and you can play it in yellow mode. Gold mode, if you die, you can be instantly revived using...
What's the difference?
There actually is a difference. In gold mode, if you die, you immediately revive using one of your gold orbs, meaning you don't have to start like an area over.
Mm-hmm.
You just instantly revived. If you die while having in yellow mode, you have to start an area of the mission over, or if you die without any gold orbs,
So
you have to start the mission over.
What's the con to gold mode? If you
There is
restart?
none. There
So
is
it's
none.
just easy mode.
No, the fact is if you have gold orbs, you'll be revived where you died. Yellow mode is the hard mode, while gold mode is the normal mode.
I would view it more as there's the normal mode, then there's the easy mode. But that's just preference.
Actually, I happen to be acquainted.
Like, you can play it like the game that's how the series plays now, or you can play it like it's DMC1.
In DMC1, did you revive or did you start over?
You started over in an area, but if you had no gold orbs, you started the mission over. It's the cut down on time.
So what's up with his head?
His head is scarred. I do not know why it has that weird texture on it. He's got a scarred face.
Scarface.
The world is yours.